Shalom. Before I begin this video, first and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, Rahab Kodash, and our double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. They continue to rule very well. Shalom to the whole elect. So I continually labor in this truth and all faith, truth, sincerity. Shalom. Now, the topic of this video is going to be entitled, Look Up, Your Redemption is Near. All right, because recently we've been having more and more frequent chariot sightings at the camps. All right. And that just goes to show you that, we're very close to our salvation, man. Okay. The chariots have been making themselves known more frequently now because, you see things happening in the news media, concerning prophecy. All right. And also too, you've been seeing the push that's going on from Great Millstone, starting with the apostle elders on down to the rest of the Akim. We've been pushing this word even more and more now, man. All right. And Slaki, once again, hold on, Slaki, give me 1 second. I can bear me for 1 minute. It's gracious. Just come and ask for gas twice. Slaki, just demons trying to interrupt this word as usual. But I'm not gonna let that break the spirit, man. But getting back on topic, the things concerning these prophecies, especially us continually pushing out this word even more and more now, because back then in recent years you had the men of Great Millstone pushing out videos, but it wasn't as much videos that was put out in recent years as it is now. All right, because if you take a look, you be seeing more. You see more and more videos being pushed out, more lessons being pushed out, more videos concerning prophecy. All right, you see brothers waking up, or more brothers waking up, and more camps being set up under the umbrella of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. So, with these things happening, on top of the news that's going on, right? This recent news that's been popping up concerning prophecy, man. The chariots are making themselves even more known now, man. And that's just an indicator to let you know that we're almost out of here, man. We're almost out of here, and we almost, or should I say, our salvation is even more closer than it was before. Okay, because just to make a quick point, back then, back in 2007 when the videos started first started popping up from Great Millstone, all the way up until now, it's like a marathon. All right, when you first start a race, you don't sprint full force out of the race, the marathon, but when you get close to the finish line, that's when you make a full sprint towards the finish line, man. Okay, and that's what you're seeing from the camp of Great Millstone. All right, that now you're seeing a full-on sprint towards the finish line with all the videos and the lessons being put out. So we're very close to this thing coming to a close, man. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and jump into the scriptures. Now, this is going into which really the title of the video is quoted from the precept, which is Luke, the 21st chapter, and at the 28th verse. But I'm gonna start at verse 25. It's saying, "There shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars, and upon the earth distress of nations with perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring." All right, and that's what you're seeing, man. We saw signs in the sun and in the moon. All right, we saw the eclipse of the sun over the land of America. We had blood moons that have appeared. All right, we've seen the stress of nations on the planet Earth. All right, you've seen different conflicts and tensions rising between the nations. All right, so these are the things that are happening now. Okay, verse 26 said, "Men's hearts failing them for fear and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth, for the powers of heaven shall be shaken." And in the coming future, you are going to have men's hearts failing for fear. All right, when all hell breaks loose. All right, because see, what you have right now is the elites looking after, like it says right here, looking after the things which are coming on the earth. Because, the average Joy six-pack Edomite is not looking after these things, man. Or average everyday Jake that you see down the street is not looking after these things. So really the elites are the ones that are looking after the things that are coming on the earth. All right, because Esau knows about the prophecies. All right, he's done the research. Okay. So it said, "For the powers of heaven shall be shaken." All right, in which the higher ups, so-called elites, yeah, man, they're shaking right now, man. All right, because they know that their kingdom is coming to a close, or should I say, their rulership is coming to a close. All right. Verse 27 said, "And then shall they see the Son of Man coming in the cloud with power and great glory." So Yahushua is going to return on the fathership, or what these people call so-called UFO, which is really the chariot of Most High. So he's going to come back in his glory, man. All right. And with great power. Okay. Verse 28 said, "When these things begin to come to pass, then look up and lift up your heads, for your redemption draweth nigh." All right. So, and that's what you see from the brothers, man. We've been looking up more and more frequently now, because chariots have been popping up everywhere. All right. And it says, "Lift up your heads, for your redemption draweth nigh," and our salvation is very close, man. Okay. That's why you've been seeing more chariot sightings, and the times have been speeding up. Okay. The reason these times have been speeding up and things have been happening, concerning prophecy, as far as the news goes, all right, is because the Lord is speeding up the times, because the Lord is ready to destroy this place and deliver his elect. All right. And actually, let me get that scripture real quick. Matthew's the 24th chapter. It's the book of Matthew, the 24th chapter, and the 22nd verse. It says, "And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened." So it's for the sake of the elect of the nation of Israel that the days are shortened, man. All right. And Lord's will, I'm going to go into another video concerning the elect, man, because we got to touch up on that. Because, that's really, that's what we've been set up. Or it's like, let me rephrase that. That's the reason why the camps of Great Millstone have been set up, because we're looking for the elect. Because once the elect has awoken, then that spells the end for America. All right. Because the prophecies are gonna come to pass when that elect number, the 144,000, has awoken, man. All right. And as these things are happening, more and more members of the hopeful elect are going to start waking up. All right. So that's why, once again, these days have been shortening. All right. The Lord has shortened these days, for the elect's sake. Okay. Now, I want to go into the book of Zechariah, the 5th chapter, in the 1st verse. Because our salvation is the only way out of America is through those chariots, man. All right. You're not gonna get a plane ticket, just to leave America and go somewhere else, like Egypt somewhere, like a certain Israelite camp that we know. I already know who it is. Those of you who are in the know. But no, man, that's not how you're gonna get delivered from out of this place, Babylon, man. Because even if you did leave America, but got a plane ticket and left somewhere, you're still under the rule of Esau. All right. Because Esau has a hold on the whole entire planet Earth. That's why you go into the book of Job, the 9th chapter, and the 24th verse. It says the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. All right, so no matter where you go, Esau has his control over that land, no matter where you go to, man. Okay. Now, Zechariah, the 5th chapter, and the 1st verse. So once again, The only one-way ticket out of here is through the chariots of the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Okay. Verse 1 said, "Then I turned and lifted up my eyes and looked, and behold, a flying roll." All right, because you see, scriptures give off different words like roll, all right, or clouds, or whirlwind, which really is talking about the chariots, man. Okay, so he said he saw a flying roll, right? Now verse 2 is saying, "He said unto me, What seest thou? And I answered, I see a flying roll." All right. The length thereof is 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof 10 cubits. All right, which he's actually seeing a chariot of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Okay, verse 3 said, "Then he said unto me, This is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth. For everyone that stealeth shall be cut off as on this side according to it, and everyone that sweareth shall be cut off as on that side according to it." So this is a curse to these people out here, man. When they look up and see these chariots, then they're in great fear because they don't understand what they're seeing, man. They think that, these so-called UFOs have little green men with big heads and bug eyes. All right, but really those are angels within those chariots, man. Okay, so this is the curse that goeth forth throughout the face of the earth, man. These people are wondering what they're seeing, man, and they're in fear because they don't understand. And that's a fact too, man. When people see something they don't understand, they become fearful. All right. Now, I want to grab another precept. It should be Ezekiel, the 10th chapter. Let's see. Salakia, bear me for a second while. Of course, another person rose up as soon as I looked for this precept. I'm trying to cut time. I'm gonna start at Ezekiel, the 10th chapter, and I'm gonna start at verse Slacky. Yeah, I'm gonna start at verse 9. It says, "And when I looked, behold, the 4 wheels by the cherubims, one wheel by one cherub, and another wheel by another cherub, and the appearance of the wheels was as the color of a beryl stone." All right, which bears resemblance to the chariot that was in the presence of the children of Israel when they was coming out of the land of Egypt, because the chariot that was guiding them was a pillar of light unto them by night and a cloud by day. Okay. And it says, verse 10, it says, "And as for their appearances," right, what they looked like, it says, "They 4 had one likeness," so they were the same, "as if a wheel had been in the midst of a wheel." All right, so you just imagine a wheel turning, all right, and another wheel turning in the opposite direction. One is turning clockwise, and another wheel within that wheel is turning counterclockwise. All right, so that's what Ezekiel was seeing. Okay. Verse 11 said, "When they went upon their 4 sides." So, it was basically, that's how you, it's not aerodynamics, but when you have a chariot that's able to move on 4 sides, that means that they don't have to turn like, your regular everyday airplanes have to do in order to, turn whichever way they need to go. They just move. Okay. They turned not as they went, but to the place whether the head looked, they followed it. They turned not as they went. All right, because they don't have to, because they over I don't want to say over exceed, but they're over the law of aerodynamics. Okay, because these are supernatural. This is a supernatural technology that we're dealing with, man. Okay. Now I want to go on from there. I just want to go ahead and jump to the precept. This Revelation is the 11th chapter, and the verse. I'm starting verse 11. All right. That says, "And after 3 days and a half, it's like it, another subscriber. It says, and after 3 days and a half, I was like, I got to put the phone down once again, handle business. Like you, bear me for a minute. It's gracious. Back at Revelations, the 11th chapter in the 12th. Let's see. It's like at verse 11. I was at verse 11. It says, and after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from the Most High entered into them, and they stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them which saw them. Verse 12, and they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, come up hither. And they ascended up to heaven in a cloud, and their armies beheld them. Okay. So after 3 days and a half, and then 3 days and a half already been expired, man. All right, because I'm not gonna go too much into it. That'll be a separate video for another time. That time has been expired, and the spirit of life from the Most High entered into us, man. All right, and guess what we're doing? We're standing upon our feet. All right, we go on the highways and byways, and I'm bringing out this word. That's a form of us standing upon our feet, man. All right. Also, too, when we go on the highways and byways, man, we don't, you don't see us sitting down on a bench, anything like that. Sitting down in chairs, with signs, telling people to, come over or whatever. No, man, we're on our feet, out on the highways and byways, preaching His word. Okay. It says, and it said, great fear fell upon them which saw them. And the people, when they see us, man, they fear because they don't understand what we're out there for. All right. Even though they see the signs, they just glance over the signs and see us, because they're blind, of course. It says, it's like it. I'm at verse 12 now. It says, and they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, come up hither. Okay. So that voice you're going to hear, man. And it's going to be in the Hebrew tongue as well, man. And we understand the Hebrew, man. So we're gonna know exactly who it is, man. You're going to hear Kwam Baya Habakhaya, or Kwam Baya Bakhayar. All right. Kwam Bakhayar Yasha Allah. All right. Or in the Hebrew, I just spoke in the Hebrew, that means come up hither. Elect, and then I said, come, elect of Israel. All right. So that's what you're going to hear in that time. And guess what? You're going to see the elect being beamed up into the chariots. All right. And simultaneously, all right. And you go to verse 13. Actually going to go right into it at verse 13. All right. It says, in the same hour was there a great earthquake, and the 10th part of the city fell, and in the earthquake was slain of men 7,000, and the remnant were afraid and gave glory to the Most High of heaven. So that earthquake, all right, I went to a video concerning that great earthquake, man. That's your thermonuclear destruction at its full force, man. All right. And like I said, at the same time, man, the elect is going to be brought up into the chariots, man. Okay. And guess what? They're going to be scared at the same time, man, because it's going to happen simultaneously. Okay, but it's like you gotta handle business once again. It's like you gotta put the phone down. Yeah, but that pretty much wraps it up, Akim. For those of you that are watching. Lord's will, you members of the Hope Elect were edified by this video. And until next time, once again, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, Rahab Kakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that continually rule very well. Shalom to the Hope Elect that's continually plowing in this work. That's giving our diligence to make your call and election sure in all faith, true sincerity. And with that, I'm going to say Shalom.